So there is a new AI image generator called Reve, and apparently according to some testing, this AI model beats popular AI image generators like Flux, Recraft, Imagen, and many others. And based on the leaderboard on Hugging Face, it seems to be the case. It hits the spot #1, beating Recraft, Google, Black Forest Labs with Flux, and many others. So even though it is very new, but people are loving it, and the score is definitely a lot higher than other AI models. Now, the best part about this model is that it is free. You can use it to generate anything that you like, and there are some improvements in the typography, and it is also very good at depicting human limbs. Like usually AI is struggling with human fingers or human legs, especially when you're asking it to create a picture of a person doing yoga. Usually less advanced AI model will be struggling to create a correct picture. So in this video, I'm going to showcase this new AI model, and also I will show you how you can use it for free, and I will tell you everything that you need to know about this new AI model. Alright, so if you want to use Reve, you have to navigate to preview.reve.art. I'm going to leave the link in the video description. And basically, if you visit the website, you will be able to see this homepage. It's quite simple. Just click the sign up button, and then you can sign up using your Google account, your Apple account, or maybe your email. And right now, you will be granted 100 credits. So I think that's quite generous, but you can only use 20 credits a day. So I guess if you are using it, if you use all the 20 credits, that means you are going to exhaust all your credits in 5 days. That's my understanding. I don't know if that's correct, but I think at the very least you can use Reve for free. Now, I have prepared some prompts that will test this new AI model, and I'm going to compare it with Recraft, which I think is very good, and also it's #2, so it makes sense to compare it with the closest AI model. All right, I have several prompts, and I'm going to give you my thought about it. So the first prompt is quite simple. This is just a picture of a person inflating a bicycle tire. Even though it is simple, but trust me, AI is struggling to create a correct bicycle structure. Usually maybe the tire will be wrong, or maybe the frame will be messed up. Even though it's something that we see every day, but AI is just struggling to create that. And in this case, I'm going to select the dimension to be 1:1 and only 2 generations. You can generate up to 8 images at the same time, but I guess 2 is enough, and that's in part because Recraft can only allow you generate 2 pictures, especially for the free account. So I want to make it as level as possible. And then here there is an option to enable auto enhance. I think this is very similar to ideogram, where AI will automatically enhance your prompt if the prompt was not clear enough. I think that's quite useful if you don't want to deal too much with technicalities and prompting. And then here, this is the seed number. I guess I'm going to go with auto. And let me just copy this. I will send the same message, the same prompt to Recraft as well. All right, let me send this and just use the default setting and send a message. Let's do the same to Reve. This is gonna be my first time, so I have no idea whether the picture is going to be better or worse compared to Recraft. And well, that's a lot quicker than I expected. Yeah, I would say it's a bit quicker than Recraft. And this is the picture. So I don't know what this person is doing. Definitely he's not inflating a bicycle tire. He's doing something else. But other than that, the structure of the bicycle, like if you see the frame, the tire, and everything, they look like a proper bicycle, at least very close. Although maybe I can tell that the rear tire is a bit closer to the front chain. At least in my opinion, that looks a bit closer. So maybe there's something that's a bit off, but generally speaking, it looks like a proper bicycle. And then there's this picture that is definitely not not a person inflating a bicycle tire. I don't know what this guy is doing. Maybe it's trying to remove the tire from the bicycle, but there is no inflator. There is no action to, make the tire bigger or anything. Definitely not correct. So I'm not really surprised by it, because AI, as I said, is struggling to create a picture like this. But let's see the creation on Recraft. And well, I would say this is a bit closer, even though this is just the tire. There is no bicycle connected to it. There is this bicycle, but this is a different section. I would say it's very close. Like this is definitely an inflator. This is also an inflator, and this is probably an act to pump the tire. I guess that's very close. And this is the hose that is connected to the tire, I guess, because I don't know what this hose really is. I don't know what it is connected to, but you know, it's very close. It's almost like if you zoom out, you can tell that this person is trying to pump the bicycle tire. And then there is this picture, which I would say almost better, except maybe you can tell that this fork is missing. That's kind of weird. But other than that, the bicycle looks sound, looks good. But yeah, this inflator is not connected to the bicycle. Maybe it's doing something else, definitely not inflating the tire. But generally, it looks really good, especially this picture. So overall, on this first test, I would say the result on Recraft, at least on this particular prompt, is better compared to Reve, because Reve, even though I like the color, the style of the picture, but it wasn't able to depict my imagination of someone that is inflating a bicycle tire. So I would say Recraft is still winning in this area. Alright, next is negative prompting. Do you know that if you send a negative prompt to AI, there is a good chance that that part will be included into the picture? And there are a lot of AIs that are struggling with that. So I want Reve and Recraft to generate a picture of a lake, but do not add a swan or a duck into the lake. Now it's almost like, yeah, of course you don't have to create that, but if you are infusing an idea into the prompt, it's almost like I'm telling you to do not imagine a picture of a duck. If I say that, you will automatically imagine that, and that's the problem with AI as well. If you introduce this idea, it will be becoming part of the prompt, and there is a good chance the output will have that. So let's see if Reve is smart enough to not include that part. Let me send the message, and I will do the same to Recraft. All right, there you go. Oh wow, there is no duck whatsoever. I think that's the benefit of using auto enhancer. So I believe the auto enhancer is correcting my prompt, so it's just removing the part that says do not include a swan or a duck into the lake. So you can tell that there is no duck, there is no animal in this picture. So Reve passed this test. How about Recraft? Okay, it looks, I would say it looks pretty. And there you go. You can see that there is this swan or duck. I would say this is a swan. And yeah, it did not pass the test of negative prompting. Quite a common problem, but I really like that Reve is able to understand my request and therefore is not creating the object that I didn't ask. I specifically asked it to not create in the picture. So the score is 1 versus 1. Okay, finally, I have another prompt. Actually, I have a lot more prompts like this, but I don't want to waste your time. This is related to typography. Okay. Generate a picture of a woman doing selfie, and then there is a tattoo on her face that says subscribe to AsapGuide, which is the name of this channel. And let's send the message. Sorry about that. I have to do this. All right. Oh, I forgot to mention that apparently you can edit the image. So this is a behavior or a feature that is similar to Grok and Google AI Studio using Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental. I haven't tried this yet, but at least from the UI itself, I can tell that you can edit the image with prompting. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, let me just send this using the same setting as before. And let's do the same to this, to Recraft. All right. And there you go. So this is, I don't know what to say. The text subscribe is correct. AsapGuide, that's correct. and I really cannot explain this. I mean, the phone is over here, and then her eyes is facing here, so I guess it's still correct. I mean, it's still selfie, but just not the kind of selfie that I imagine. And then there's this version, which I think looks a bit better when it comes to selfie. And the text is also accurate. Even though this word AsapGuide is not in an English dictionary, which usually I cannot always create accurately, but it is able to do so. And I would say the image that was created by Reve looks accurate and looks really good. How about Recraft? Okay, it's also good. Oh, subscribe. There is no I here, so definitely it's not very good. And also, I would say the text doesn't feel right. It's just almost like you're putting some text on top of the picture. It's not part of the picture anymore. And yeah, the text is different. The lowercase, the uppercase is also not correct. And yeah, I would say in this case, Reve is winning. The tattoo here looks wonderful. This is the kind of font that looks stylized. It doesn't look like a document that is being placed on top of your face. So Reve is definitely better than Recraft, at least from my testing. But what do you think about this new model? So if you find this video is useful, or if you want to see more amazing AI tools that you can use right away, then feel free to subscribe to this channel. And in any case, I wish you a great day ahead. Take care.